It's not that hard to do copper. It really is not. So a little bit of sanding, a little bit of flux, a little bit of solder, some of that torch there and some heat, and it's good to go. This is our copper pipe. We're just going to solder this elbow onto that pipe. To do that, we're going to get some sandpaper. I don't know if you can read that. It's just an emery cloth that's cut in a nice size to fit on that pipe. So we're going to take this, wrap this around here, and kind of do this. They say make it dull. I believe it's making it shiny, but you can see it change color there. We're just going to do that to get all that crap off of there. There we go. And we're going to put that back in a spot to be seen. We're going to do the same thing for our elbow. So we're going to put this, kind of bend it, and put it inside the pipe, because this is going to go on the outside of that. We're going to do the same thing, just sand off all that stuff. Now, when I went back to the hardware store, I could not find any more of this sandpaper here. And if you're at home and you ain't got any of this sandpaper, just take a piece of sandpaper. You know, this is a real fine grit, around 120 or something, and use that. I mean, it'll work just fine. So make sure you get all around it. Next thing up, you're going to take some flux. Can you see that? That's all you get. What's it say? Water soluble and paste flux. Now this stuff will expire, because I've kept my flux a really long time and found out that my pipes were not going together the way they should. They were always leaking, and the problem was the flux I had in my toolbox was just years old. So we got flux on there, and flux's job is to suck this solder into that joint. Okay, and this is just solder. If you got a choice, get yourself some lead-free one, just because California says so. I wonder if you can even buy leaded solder in California. I don't know. Let me get this off my finger. I went out and got a new torch. This one's got a little ding in the bottom. And I think the top of this is crooked too. I guess I wasn't looking when I got this thing. But we're just going to open this up. Alright, now we're done with all that. We're going to open this up. Unfortunately, my auto start no longer shoots out a spark. So I'm back to using a lighter. Hopefully I'm going to be far enough away that I don't feel the pain here. So we're going to heat this up. Wow, did you feel that earthquake? We're going to heat this up. Now what they say is, you heat one side, and you should be able to pull away the flame, put your solder on it, and it's just going to drip down and go all the way around in a circle, and everything will be done. But in real life, what happens is, if we put this here, then we keep doing this, and you can see the solder starting to melt. Once you got that pipe that hot, you should be good enough to set the pipe on fire. Pull this apart, just do that. Try not to burn down the house. And it should just flow all the way around the pipe and be happy. when you get this ugly looking stuff, there's some black looking stuff in there. That is usually where you put some stuff where it got upset and it leaks from. But you're just going to go around, and you should be able to do that much more talented than me. There you go. You have successfully soldered the pipe. If it doesn't work and it starts leaking out of there, you just heat it up again, put some more solder on it, and it will draw this flux will draw that solder in where it has to go. So if we were here and we put this on top of that pipe, it should go down that side and go down this side, wrap itself all the way around that pipe. Should be no problems. That's how you hook it up. That's how it's done. And for one last part you need to know is if you got water in your pipe, none of that's going to happen. You're not going to be able to burn that off. You're not going to be able to get that solder to work. Nothing's going to happen. You must get the water out of that pipe. So when I was doing this, I had to get the water out of this pipe. I have a drain there, which helped me out. And if I didn't, what I could do is just stick a straw in there, put it in the pipe, put my finger on top of that straw, and pull out that water. But you've got to get enough water out of that pipe.